What's up everyone? In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to drill some glass for just about anything really, but for more importantly the glass bottle that I use for my D-hose attachment. So here it is. This one has no labels on it just because I thought it would be a little bit easier to see for you guys. I've already taken the liberty of kind of drawing out what I think is the middle point of this. I just freaking got my drill bit, kind of centered it, not with the drill already, just was separate. Put on there, got a Sharpie, and just kind of eyeballed it. You know, you don't have to get too technical with it, I guess. Just some things before we do start drilling. We're going to start drilling like so. As you can see, angle, creating a divot within the glass, and then we're going to slowly raise it up into the circle, like so. We're going to be needing to be under some type of stream of water. Alright, you guys can see that perfectly fine. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. Now the water just helps with heat, the friction, and pretty much any little glass shards going everywhere. It's pretty much just mainly with the friction with this. And how I hold my bottle, I just hold it like this. I don't hold it like that because I just get a lot more tired that way. Fatigue starts to set in a little bit more because we're letting all the drill bit doing the work. We're letting that do everything essentially. So we'll just get this a little bit cleaned out. This is what I normally do with any glass piece. You want the glass to be a cool temperature. So this is pretty much the hardest part of the whole thing, is getting that divot to get in the glass. You may scratch your glass. Steady. That one went off a little bit, guys. Man, I'm scratching up the glass. Alright, that should be good. Let's get some water on this. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more scratchy. As you can see, there is a little divot right there. This is just scratch marks from me jumping around. Now what we're going to want to do, the tiniest stream of water helps. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little bit of stream of water. We don't need that much. We're going to put it back in the divot at the angle that we need. Slowly raise up, increase the speed. So now, as you can see, we have our initial circle, besides this imperfection right there, but can't really do anything. This one is actually a little bit more on the center part, I would say, than my other glass tip that I drilled. Alright, here's the most important part of this whole video. We're not going to be applying any pressure. We're going to let the bit do all the work. We're going to be holding it down here, holding it steadily. So let's turn the water back on. Just a little stream of water is all we need. Cold, not hot. That boy's gonna get really hot. Alright. I think we're about a little bit in there. A little bit deeper. This is about 1/4 of an inch thick glass, so it takes a while for this to actually puncture all the way through. Let's continue drilling. Again, not applying any pressure, letting the bit do all the work. And constantly check your piece. We don't want to be full blast drilling this thing when it does eventually pop out. A little bit more is appropriate. I kind of fill up the little crevice to see if there is any water going through the inside of it, but not yet, so continue. Let's start on this side. Almost there. Sorry, my arm's getting a little... Yeah, we're almost there. As you can see, thicker by thicker. We're almost there. Keeping this little stream of water going, alright? I could even have someone hold a spray bottle for you and spritz. There you go. As you can see, it fell out. Pretty successful drill out. As you can see, the bottom piece on most pieces does actually kind of break out of there. That's the part you don't want to be putting any pressure on. There is a little bit of a lip, as you can tell. When you put a lot of pressure on here, it's forced out and usually a crack occurs. As you can see, no crack. This thing literally came out. It popped out. My drill didn't go into the bottom of this thing. I wasn't applying any pressure. Yes, it does take a little bit longer to do, but you get a much cleaner hole. Now, you can just turn the water on a little bit more. Alright. It's not a sharp hole. As you can see, I am plugging it with the bottom of my finger. Now what we're going to do, you guys, just rinse off the outside. Wipe off our hands. Don't want to electrocute ourselves on the drill. We're just gonna go in there. Usually what happens, there is little edges of glass that keep the drill bit from actually going through all the way, so we just got to go in there a little light touch and let the bit grind those down. One final rinse down. Make sure you guys do a thorough rinse, alright? It's almost like a shotgun of some sort. Yeah, it's a really good drill. As you can see, it is pretty thick glass. Alright. Not one single crack, so I'm happy about that. Here's the other one with the grommet still in there. And the logo still on there. So it's just your preference, really. 3/8 sized drill bit. This Egyptian style grommet goes in here pretty nicely, as you can see. And then now, just take our little mouthpiece here and stick it in. Take the D-hose adapter, pop that bad boy in there too. This is how you guys make the Johnny Appleseed D-hose glass tip, homemade everything. But this tutorial is on how to drill this bottle. I'm not going to make a tutorial on doing this, just take it to a belt sander, you know.
Making another one?